School days. The difficulty here is that we have Percy Ebbels, who went to school prior to about 1910. The other people were at school in the 1920s and 1930s. So the first person talking about school went in quite rather the early days.
I suppose much the same as you went to school. Got there, we started work at 9:15 and got in at 9:15. And you were out again at 11, much the same as the hours are today. They haven't altered very much, I don't think. And, well, of course, it was work before you went to school and it was work when you went home. That was the only time we got to play was at school.
In the school in the 40s, now there was that big room that we now call the old service room.
Plus a little porch thing on the side of it.
Which is still there.
I suppose it is. It's probably part of the...
It's the office then?
Yes, it probably would be the office.
Yes.
And then the two shelter sheds at the back.
Oh, yes.
Like it and now the
library. Yeah.
Anything like that in those days. We probably had two shelves and books or something between us.
Yeah.
Didn't amount to much.
Yeah.
I remember one feature of the classroom then was a big open fireplace in the front, and in the winter that used to be going, pretty big fire in it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what time of the year now, it must have still been when it was pretty cold and we just cooked in the process ourselves, but one principal that we had here, he and his wife used to, it might have been about September, October, they used to bring up all the ingredients for an enormous plum pudding. And used to clear everything off his table that was out the front of the classroom. This great bowl, and everybody had to go at mixing up this pudding, you know. I think all the kids had to bring something towards it, if I remember rightly. And then we'd stir this thing up and put it into a cloth, and we had this enormous, great, big, black, one of those old cast iron pot things, and hung it on the fire, and put the pudding in, and clouds of steam.
Did you often think,
And I think is totally different now to then, was even in a small school and even with the principal or the headmaster or whatever, the middle principal person, that the headmaster that we thought the world of, and he was a terrific bloke, but they applied the same principle all the time, sit down, shut up and be told, and that was it, you know. There wasn't too much discussion ever went on.
Yes.
And I think that inhibited a tremendous lot of kids. They never learned to express themselves or even to form an opinion. They just accepted whatever they were told, and that was it.
Yeah.
Reasoning didn't come into it at any stage. And I think that was really the part that was bad then. Although I think the 3 R's got a better go then than they do now, to tell you the truth. I can't remember much about the first headmaster we had. I think he was only there for a year or two when I started school. The second one, he was rather a hefty wielder of the strap. He had red hair and temper to match. In other respects, he was a comedian teacher.
Did only boys get the straps in those days?
No, I think I copped it a few times as well. I think I might have been the only girl. I think he used to get thoroughly exasperated, didn't he? I had ambitions to play football to start it always annoying. I didn't like the games the girls played terribly much. And he told me that he hauled me in once, you know, you can't play football in no way. It's not ladylike. And I said, you know, I wanted to know why not precisely. He said, because it shows your underwear.
Not all that long after the turn of the century, Iris Woolrich and her mother and sister started the Quamby Tea House.
Yes,
But do tell me about the Quamby. You started it in 1914.
14, yes. And then in 1918 we altered it. Not the dining room, but with the lattice round it.
Yes.
And, well, then we started to do a very big business.
Yes.
Because there was the guest houses then, and they used to walk up from Sassafras, because they had to walk in those days, you know, because there were no cars.
No.
And And of course, Tutton Stories had their, I think they did have a motor run.
Yes.
I don't know when they just started it though.
Yes.
But anyhow, I know later on they used to, because they used to bring parties into us.
Yes.
And so of course we used to do a very big business.
Yes.
One time there was a play called The Big Boys, and a group of young men, I think they were all young men, they called themselves the Big Boys, and they were staying up at Bella Vista, I think.
Yes.
And they used to come down and sing, you know, and they used to say, were three crows sat on a tree, and they were as black could be. And then they'd all join in and say, oh, man, you know, and all those sorts of things, you know. Bunny wants a bun, Bunny wants a bun, Bunny wants a hot cross bun, you know, all these sort of things. Well, you know, it used to create quite a crowd outside our shop. I think sometimes we could have had about 100 standing, you know, because they were playing their banjo, you know, and the music, see. And of course, it wasn't that people had a lot of TVs and that, so I suppose they're only wireless then. Lucky to have the wireless, I suppose. And so we used to have, and of course Tutton Stories used to bring their parties, and on New Year's Eve, we used to be booked out. You know, and they would all have great fun, and that was really before we had electricity, you know. We used to have Storm King lamps, you know, they go wonderful light.
Yes, these were gas lamps, were they?
Well, they were
kerosene.
I don't know whether they burned kerosene or petrol, one or the other.
Yeah, one of them.
One or the other, you had to pump them up, you know, but of course sometimes they go down and you have to fill them up again.
Yes, yes.
Oh, it was lovely when we got
How many
there.
people would you have been able to sleep there then?
Well, I think we used to seat about 100. And then, of course, when we built the dining room, then we used to cater for weddings and all, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. And so we used to be noted for, because we used to give Devon teas at first, and strawberries and cream, 6pence a plate they used to be, and lovely clotted cream in those days. We used to have our own cows, see, and we scalded our own milk.
Yes.
And but 6pence a plate, so. And
Did you
of course,
operate every day or weekend?
oh no, we were open every day.
Every day, yes.
As I say, people used to walk up because there was quite a few guest houses at Sassafras.
Yes.
And of course, by the time they got into Olinda, they were felt like a cup of tea.
Yes,
See, so.
yes.
So they used to pop in and
Yes.
have it. And it was very good because Bella Vista we were just opposite to their drive, see.
Yes.
And at this time, their sweets were not very nice, or that's what we were told.
Yes.
And so, sooner than have it, they used to order just pop down and have strawberries and cream, or else fruit salad and all that, see.
Yes.
So it was a good business for us, really. And we had Victor Trotman. He was one for elocutionist years ago. I don't know, you wouldn't know of him because it's part before your time. And he composed a song of our place. It was Crombie, dear old Crombie, with your scones so fresh and hot, and your coffee always boiling, and your lamingtons and your beautiful lemon buns. Crombie at Olinda, we will always think of you. Good old Crombie, dear old Crombie, can you blame anyone for falling in love with you?
Beautiful.
So when I was on television, you know,
Yes.
I told Bill, Pete, that's right, he said, well, sing it to us. When I told my brother I sang, he said, oh, surely he didn't. So they all reckoned it come over all right.
Oh, yeah, I remember you on television. It was good. It was quite a good program.
It was, wasn't it?
The Quamby operated for all those years until, in recent history, it was bought by Mr. Willie Copen, who turned it into the now very famous Cuckoo Restaurant.
Find the book in the multimedia kit called The Cuckoo's Story. I'm sure that you'll find its contents very, very interesting.
Iris, was there any church in Olinda at the turn of the century?
Because we've just had our 75th anniversary of the church.
Oh yes, that's right.
And I gave him a lot of the news because I can remember before there was a church, you know, and I can remember the opening with Old Lady Dodd. I couldn't recognise it because I was only young, see. I might have been only about 6 or 7 then. And when I opened it was 1903. And I can remember her coming in because the old ladies used to wear capes and bonnets, you know. I can just remember her coming in with all the snow on her.
Yes.
And,
Open in the snow.
yes, it was open in the and was church full, because churches used to mean a lot more than what they do now, because there wasn't the cars and all that to take people away. So
that church was around here somewhere at first, wasn't it?
Mernda, yes, because they used to call around here Mernda years ago, and then it's got so mixed up with Mernda at Whittlesea,
Oh yes.
so that they, you know, altered it then.
Yes, yes.
Well, then our church bought it, because there was nobody left around here to go to it.
Yes.
And then, of course, the Methodists built a Methodist church in Olinda,
Yes.
because that's where that Robert Smith,
Yes,
that's right. He bought it. And so, of course, then it became just the same again. Nobody was there to attend to it, so there was no use in having it.
Yes.
But our church, because I'm Church of England,
Yes.
in Mr. Miles' time, in 1935, I think, he, well, they were through the vestry and all that.
Yes.
They thought they'd buy it, see, because it was going to be sold. And they've turned into a nice hall for our church, really.
Another place that received local fame was Bunker's Hill. What can you tell me about that, Alan?
It was a Blacks camp originally. That's right, they found stone axes in a clearing. However they cleared it, I don't know, but it was cleared even in my father's day and mine. Yes. There were 2 Blacks camping areas, one up at the observatory and this one in Olinda. Yes. But it got Bunker's Hill. My grandfather called it that because he'd fought through the American Civil War. He had, being a Welshman, he had a wonderful singing voice. Yes. And they used to keep singing. He used to rent the sword of Bunker's Hill. The sword of Bunker's Hill. Yes. Well, that wasn't the Civil War. That was the War of Independence, of course.
What can you tell me about Bunker's Hill?
Oh, that was something I was thinking about last night, too. Now the range road going up past the garage, going up the hill.
Yes.
Well, on the left of that, I don't know how many acres. There's too many acres.
Everest Crescent, is it?
No, well, that would be part of it.
Yes.
I just don't know the exact boundaries, but that it was up on that hill to the left of the range road.
Yes.
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 But where they used to play football and that, I think that'd be up, whose place would that be? Up about where Tottenham is.
Oh, that was always on Bunker's Hill. They used to play cricket on Bunker's Hill.
Yeah, well that'd be up further along.
Like up towards past the castle or around the...
Yes, out round in that area, yeah.
They were talking about Bunker's Hill. Well, that was where their first sports, apart from, I think the early sports were right up the middle of the road. But that was before my time. Now I don't got no recollection of it, but I've heard them speaking of that. I know they did in Sassy, but I've got no idea their first sports meeting in Olinda was up the middle of the road.